Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and I hope you are all having an amazing start to your week. We've been busy here at Allegory Gallery. I'm broadcasting for the first time in a while, I think, in the Great Bead Extravaganza as well. So I wanted to catch up with some of you all out there too. So if you're watching, please say hello. Please hit that like button, hit that love button, hit that share button especially. Let your friends know. We always say this, but you may think you know if your friends like beads, but you may not know. I've been surprised. So we ask you to please hit that share button, share with your friends, let them know that we exist. We are a very small business in a town of about 1,500 people, and we rely on word of mouth and sharing and all of that to get the publicity out there that we exist in the world. We don't pay a lot for advertising. We can't really afford that. That's not really a budget thing for us. So we do ask you to please hit that share button. If you're on YouTube out there, please hit subscribe. If you're on Facebook, please follow our page at facebook.com/allegorygallery. Like or follow the page, whatever Facebook allows you to do these days. Who's out there with us? Hello, Julie. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Susan. Hello, Mary Ann. I'm seeing you all out there today. Thank you so much for saying hi and for joining us today. Today we are going to, there's Donna and Lorraine. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I'm on my wobbly stand again today, so sorry. I don't want to make anyone car sick. I'm trying to keep it contained here a little bit. But today, we purchased back a few months ago, we purchased some beautiful African trade beads, and they have been sitting in Andrew's studio for months. He wasn't sure that he was going to let them go, and that sometimes happens, right? Everyone always asks us, how do you own a bead store? How do you part with all of your beads all the time? How are you just okay with letting things go? Well, we're not always, right? We're definitely not always okay with letting things go. So these sat in bags, strands and strands of vintage, antique, beautiful African beads. Sat in his studio because he wasn't sure if he was going to part with them or do something himself with them. Sometimes, we just have to hold on to things a little while before we let them go. I'm sure a lot of you out there understand that same sentiment. If you have beads out there that you hold on to, let me know in the comments. What are they? What are beads that, you're just holding on to and you don't want to let go yet? Or maybe ever, who knows, right? Andrew always kind of has this kind of thought process of like stamp collectors collect stamps, coin collectors collect coins. No one expects them to use their stamps or coins, right? So why can't we have bead collectors? Why can't we be bead collectors, right? And that's okay. And so some of the things we're going to show you today are some of those things that maybe you won't want to let go of. Maybe you want to grab them up and, keep them or use them. It's okay either way, right? So we're going to show you some African trade beads today. Now, we're going to be adding more of these too. I didn't get them all done today. I've been working all day long on adding these. It takes a lot longer than we think sometimes, right? But I've also been doing other things. So Lorraine keeps gemstones and crystals and pearls and more, right? Right? Isn't that right? Marianne says, my Carry Fur Lampwork owl. Very nice. So yeah, we're going to show you some of these. And, sometimes we buy these by the strand a lot of times, right? We buy them by the strand. Some of these strands are very expensive. And sometimes it's prohibitively expensive for some designers to purchase these in strands. Some of these strands can retail anywhere from $400 to $600 a strand. So what we've done is we've broken them down. We've purchased them for you. We're breaking them down into either individual beads or into lots of beads, as in groupings, not tons, but into groupings of beads. So lots of beads and individual beads, thinking maybe that will make it a little bit easier for some of you out there to get them. One thing at Allegory Gallery that has always been incredibly important to us is that we have things at all price ranges. you know, Andrew and I, we did not grow up with a lot of money. Andrew grew up with very little money. My family was pretty much a single parent family. My mom took care of everything. I was spoiled a little bit by my grandparents and my aunts and uncles and whatnot, but as I think a lot of people are, you know. But the immediate family, we didn't have a lot, and Andrew didn't have a lot. So it is very important to us both that whenever we have beads and whenever we bring in new things, that we make sure we bring them in at all price points. You know, it's easy to go after the $100 or $200 or $300 strands because they're gorgeous, right? But we also want to find beautiful things at the $6 per strand range or the $8 per strand range. And that's what it's really all about. Is as a small business, it's sourcing things for everybody, right? We don't want to be just the niche business that has $1,000 strands hanging around. That's not who we are. We want to make sure that if you are entering into this field, if you are becoming a jewelry designer, or you just want to give it a try, you can come to Allegory Gallery, whether it's online or in store, and we can have things that you're going to get started. We pride ourselves on, you can make a project during our classes here for $20, $25. You can make a simple project, and it'll show you everything you need to determine, kind of in a way, you know, if that's something you want to do, if that's a hobby you want to get into. So it's very important to us. So instead of selling all these African beads by the strand, which can get very expensive, like I said, we have some beads here that if we were to sell them by the whole strand, we looked up current prices for these. And some of these beads are $400 to $600 a strand, if not more. So we broke them down for you, and we're going to sell them that way. So if you would like to purchase any of these at all, they're already online. You don't have to wait to watch me talk about them. I like to see videos personally because I'm using hand motions. That's why my head's probably bobbling a lot. I talk with my hands a lot. You'd think I was Italian or something. But these are online. I like to watch videos because I like to see the things moving. I like to see the beads turning. I like to see them in the hand. I like to see kind of how big they are. But I'm also one of those people I'm on YouTube watching product unboxings, and I don't know if any of you out there do that. If you like that kind of thing, let me know in the comments too, because you know, I like to see product unboxings. I like to see, you know, product hauls when people buy bunches of stuff and just open them and share them. I'm really excited about that kind of thing. So I like to see products on video before I purchase, but that's not always possible. It's not always necessary. We do try to take the best photos we can for you. We try to always show them with a penny. A penny is kind of a universal. There's a lot of currencies that are around the same size, right? We try to give you as much detail as we can as far as size in the online store when we do that. So these are all available in the online store. If you want to take a quick look, I moved the glass beads category to the top, so you can just check that out. Now, I will take a quick moment here. On Sunday, I put about 20 or 30 new gemstone strands into the online store as well. So if you've been watching our videos last week, 2 different days, I spent 2 days last week showing you some new gemstone strands that I put in the online store. What I didn't show you on any video was what I put on Sunday. So if you are interested in gemstones, we have them again at all price points. You can go right below the glass beads collection on the online store. If you keep scrolling on the homepage, you'll get to the gemstone collection, and you can start looking at those too. I'm not going to show you those today because they're already out there. That was so yesterday, right? So I'm going to move on to Monday here, and we're going to show you the African trade beads today. So again, new gemstones in the online store. We've had a lot of orders coming in for those. A lot of those gemstones, if you missed those videos, those gemstones are things that we found hidden in the back. I had them separated at one point in time that I was going to put them in the online store, and then they sat back there buried under other things for months. So they are now in the online store. I finished my whole, I was showing everyone, let's see if I can show you. I had this, you know, these big Target bags. I had this bag full of gemstones. So there's over 70 or 80 strands. well, 70, 80 types of strands, and then there's some of those strands have multiples in them. So I finished that bag yesterday, and that's all in the online store now. And today we have African glass we're going to take a look at. I know it's not for everybody, but some of these are dang pretty. So I hope you like them. As I was saying, we try and give you as much information in the online store as we can. We edit the photos. We try and get the best color that we can that matches. You know, that's not always possible. We use a phone here to take our photos. We try and stay up with the latest technology. So we try and get as good of photos that we can without breaking out the big DSLR or something, because that just takes extra time. But we do try to edit the photos so that they look as close as we can get them to what you get in person. So, you know, screens are different. Whatever you're viewing from might be a little bit different than what we're looking at, but we do our best to make that as easy for you as possible. So hopefully you'll like that. And like I said, the gemstones have been, you know, very popular so far in the online store. Some of those because they were back stock. We only have one strand of each. Everyone was asking me, why are you doing all this for one strand, adding it to taking pictures, adding it to the store, editing the photos, you know, all that stuff. But I wanted to get them on there. I feel like the online store hadn't had some gemstone updates in a while. So those are all out there. We added a ton of Amazonite on Sunday. There were 6 or 7 or 8 different styles of Amazonite that we added, both in long full strands and in short strands at different price points. We had lots of rose quartz that we added also on Sunday. Some of that rose quartz is dyed, and I tried to put that in the description so that you know. That's very important to us to be very upfront about that. Dyed stones generally don't bother us as long as we know that they're dyed. So that's one thing I just want to let people know. You will see some dyed stuff on there. And that's just one of those things. It's to us, as long as it looks good and it doesn't bleed on everything, right? As long as it's done well, we don't mind, as long as we know what we're getting, right? And the prices are at the point where we know that it should be, right? So so that's that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at African beads today. Let's see who else is out there. Susan is hoarding her Ann Choi beads. Andrew does that too. Andrew has a whole collection. Many of you may or may not know the story. When Andrew and I met, you know, it was getting toward the holidays. We met in November. And so our first holiday together was Thanksgiving. And then we had Christmas, and that's what we celebrate. And so I asked him what he wants for Christmas, right? And he pretty much said, you can buy my love with Ann Choi beads. So I think that was the very first, I don't know if that was the very first thing I bought him, but I contacted Ann Choi and got to know her a little bit. And ever since then, I have been pretty much yearly or a few times a year, Andrew gets new Ann Choi beads. And so we've just kept that up. So that's funny, Susan, because Andrew is the same way. Angela says, love your mission statement. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's super important to us. You know, a lot of things are super important to us, and you'll see us say that as we're on here, but it's really true. We do want something for everyone at every price point. That has always been super important. And, you know, sometimes people walk in, and what attracts people most, of course, are the shiniest and the most beautiful things. That's just a normal, I think, thing that most people experience. And so a lot of people will come into the store and they'll see the things in the cases, and they will, we've even had reviews that say that we're too expensive. When they didn't bother to ask, you know, hey, can you help me find something, or can we look for something? And if you do come in the store and you take that time to really look, which you don't have to look hard, we have lots of stuff, but you will find things. I think we have chip strands that starting at $3. We have other gemstone strands that start at, you know, anywhere between $3 to $18, even for some micro-faceted things that are usually much more expensive than that. So if we get a good deal, we always say this, if we get a good deal, you get a good deal. And that's what we try to do. And we try our best to do that. Hello, Sharon from Florida. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Brooke in Detroit. Hello, Susan from Ligonier. How are you? So I've talked enough. I've talked for 15 minutes. I'm probably boring you all to death. So I'm sorry about that. But, you know, I'm talky today, I guess. I didn't talk much today because I've been so busy working on photo editing and uploading things to the online store. And now I finally get a moment to chat. And so I'm going a little bit too crazy. So I'm going to flip the camera around now before I start on another topic. And we're going to start looking at some of these. I'm going to start with the lots of beads. And I'm not going to show you them all. You can see them all in the online store. Maybe I'll show you them all. Who knows? Who knows what we'll get up to here? But I do have some things to do after this. So I'm going to turn the camera around here, and you are going to see the ceiling for just a little bit until I flick this little camera around. Hopefully, if everything cooperates, we'll be back in business very soon. There we are. Okay, now this stand is precarious. It is also difficult. Now, where'd my penny go? I handed over my penny to my helper today because they were helping us take some photos. Let's do this. I like the millimeter side better, right? That's what most people are going to look at. All right. So I'm going to start with these African trade bead lots. We have a number of these. We kind of color coordinated them as best as we could. Like I said, these came from one full strand or two full strands. I can't remember. But we wanted to make them a little bit more affordable for everybody. So these are Mali wedding beads. And these are approximately 15 millimeters by 24 millimeters. And they come in various lots. So this is a lot of 3 of this little stripy one. A lot of 3 is $13.50. And these are, now remember, these are African trade beads. Some of these can be hundreds of years old. These ones, I'm not sure where they date from. Andrew would be better for that, but I don't think he's on the video here today. I think he's outside working. But some of these can be hundreds of years old. Some of them can have little chips or nicks in them, and we do not consider those to be defects. We consider them characters. To the beads, the character of the beads. Like you can see some of these, they're not always perfect, right? But because of their age, we don't consider them defects. We consider them character, right? That happens to all of us as we get older, right? I'd like to consider a lot of things on me character and not age, right? All those wrinkles that are starting to happen and all those other things, we call them character now, right? And that's what we do with these beads. So all the beads you see today, you may see some character, but we do not consider them defects. Now, the reason these are called Mali wedding beads is they were introduced from Bohemia, which is now the Czech Republic, and they were used by Fulani brides for over a century. So these are really cool and lots of history, right? And this lot of 3 is $13.50, right? $13.50. Marianne says, I have character, right? We all have some character. Well, I won't speak for everyone. I definitely have some character. I'll say that. So this is one lot, and let me put it back in this bag because I want to make things as easy as I can for our helpers as well. And I'm going to show you some of these other lots just to give you an idea of the different kind of beads you could get. Here is a lot of 6, and this lot of 6 is $27. Whoops, trying not to hit that stand all the time. This lot of 6, these are kind of a tomatoey color, right? We are going to have some Ethiopian tomato beads coming up. But right now, we have this lot of 6 Mali wedding beads for $27. I like that color. That's one of my favorites. And let's see, what else? Here are fun ones. You know I like green, so let's show you some of these. Now remember, these are all available. Let me throw that up here. I always forget to do that. These are all available at allegorygallery.com right now. You don't have to take screenshots. You don't have to request them. All you have to do, if you'd like to purchase, is go to allegorygallery.com, and they're right up at the top. They're right at the top of the homepage. Those other ones did look like plum tomatoes, Karen. You're absolutely correct. So these are little green stripy ones. I love the green color. It's so vibrant, beautiful green. And this lot of 3 is $13.50. And we have a few different lots of the green ones. I think there are 3 lots of 3 in the green color. So you can pick your favorite, or if it sells out before you get there, you can get yours, right? All right, so let's go ahead here. Let me seal that bag back up, and let's get to another one. How about orange? Who likes orange? I like orange. Orange has always been one of my favorite colors. I remember when I was in high school, I had this bright orange fleece. And because I also kind of have had, I don't know if I still do. I was very skinny when I was in high school, exceptionally skinny. And it made my neck look really long. Let's just say that. So I had one teacher that would always joke about my long neck when I wore my orange, because it had a collar that must have set off my neck. he would always talk about my long neck, which was funny. He was a funny guy. He wasn't mean about it, which is good. So here are some orange ones. The orange ones, set of 4. These are $18 for the set of 4. And they are beautiful. Tangerine, says Susan. Yeah, they are like tangerine color, right? That's a beautiful color. And like I said, there's some of that character right there. Character, not defects, right? Once things are of a certain age, we consider it character. Now, there were some of these that had a little bit too much character, and we did consider them defects, and we have pulled them out. We would not send those to you. So don't worry about that. Anything that was broken, or anything that was too far chipped, or had too deep of a chip in it, or a gouge in it, we just removed them from that. We would never sell those. Next up, we have these beautiful black and white. Love these stripy ones. The two bead sets or lots are $9 for those. All right. Now remember, these lots that I'm showing you, there's only one of each. There's only one of each. If you love that green lot I showed you, go get it now, because once it's gone, it's gone. We're not going to have any more of these exactly like that. We don't have multiple lots of any of these. What we have showing on the website is what we've got. Now, I will be adding more, but the other ones I'm adding are going to be smaller. So if you're looking for smaller ones, here, let me give you maybe a preview. Let me see if I can give you a quick preview. How about those? Like that size? Like that size? If you're looking for something like that, I will be adding those probably tomorrow night after I get home from my other job, maybe. Or maybe tonight. We'll see. We'll see what I get into. But I love this size. I like these a lot. But those other ones are great for earrings and things. So we'll definitely be adding those as well. So hopefully you all love this stuff. Do you like African beads? Let me know in the comments if you do. Hit that like or love button if you do. Let me know. Let me know. Check that out. So this is a lot of 4. This is $18 for the lot of 4. Kind of zebra striped ones. I like those. I like all these. And I really have to say, I do like the pictures, how they look on the website together. Sometimes, you know, have you ever done something and it just took you so long to do, and you just like kind of trotted through it? But then after you did it and you stand back and look at it, you have to kind of give yourself a little bit of credit. I don't do that very often because I'm very hard on myself, but sometimes when I look back and look at things, sit back and look at things, I actually like what I did. So I'm very happy with these and how they came out. So here are some like orange, that kind of, this one's a little less tangerine. This is kind of a reddy orange with the black and white. Donna loves African beads. Awesome. So here we go. Now remember, y'all watching this video, getting first looks at these, right? First time we've shown these on video. And first notice that these are in the online store. So you all are getting the first chance to grab these from the online store before anyone else. Now I'm going to be showing tons of pictures of these on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook once I conclude this video. So if you see anything here that you want, get it before it's gone, right? This is a lot of three, $13.50. All right. Andrew's here. Andrew's back. He loves African beads. I was telling everyone at the beginning of this video, Andrew, how these almost never made it to the store because you weren't sure you could let them go. How they hid away in your studio for a few months since we purchased them because you weren't sure you could part with them. Next up, blue. Now this is a set of 5, a lot of 5. These are $22.50 for the lot of 5. $22.50 for the lot of 5. Okay. I like those a lot. They look like the sky when the clouds do that whoosh, whooshing across the sky. Love that. So they're $22.50 for the lot of 5. And like I said, these were cut from much larger strands. And we cut them down because, you know, to sell a few $100 strand is difficult. To sell a few lots at $13 or $22, that's not so bad, right? And that's also much more manageable. Whew, for everybody. Throwing beads around now, So there's a group of 3 for $13.50. Love that green. Love that green. Let's see, what else do I have here? Ooh, how about this one? I think this is the only. Where is that even at? I was going to say, I somehow missed putting that on, unless it's sold. Maybe it's sold out. Let me take a quick look here. Sorry, everybody. I just found one that yeah. Why did you not get put in there? Sorry, I have one here that I did not make live for some reason. So I'm going to do that right now. And then I'm going to show it to you. And I better go back and check and make sure none of the other ones didn't get made live. Must have been, yeah, there's a glitch in my system here. There's another one too. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so let's go back. And refresh my page. There we go. All right, sorry about that. So this lot I had in the system, but it didn't actually make it through to the live part of the screen on your end. So we have a lot of 8 of these beautiful yellow ones. I'm going to take them out of my hand so you can kind of see maybe a better color on them. Sometimes, and my camera today seems very dark. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I updated the operating system right before this video, which is probably not the smartest thing to do. But Yeah, so this is a lot of 8 of these at $35 for the lot of 8. As Andrew said, the strands are mix and match when you get them, but they can be spendy. Yeah, so we broke up the strands and made little lots for you all. You can buy as many lots as you want. If you want to buy a strand's worth, just buy them all. Then you get the whole strand and what we would have had to charge for it. But we broke down the strand into lots so that it makes it more manageable. As I said at the beginning, it's very important for us to have things at all price points. All right. Here we have more green, beautiful green. Lot of 3 for $13.50. Andrew said the vendor we talked with said some of the old trade beads are harder and harder to find. Yeah, we kept asking for different kinds, and most of our vendors didn't have them anymore. So, or had them at insanely high price points. And thankfully, we work with some vendors that Andrew and his family have known, and Cynthia have known for quite a long time, and they generally give us very good deals, and we're able to still carry some of these. Yeah, as he said, sometimes they have to liquidate collections the way we do vintage lots. So let's see, what other colors? Ooh, these are kind of nice. Kind of nice. They're very nice. Everything's very nice. Purple. These may look dark on your screen. They are purple. Purple and white. And a lot of 2 is $9 for the purple and white. Oh, I just heard my phone, my store phone. Somebody made a purchase. Thank you so much if you're out there watching. And if you're watching and have not made a purchase, but you're considering it, I do hope that you will go out there and grab some. Go out there and grab some, because there's some beautiful stuff out there. And like I said, if you missed the beginning of this, we also added over 70 or 80 different strands of gemstones over the past few days. And I added a bunch of gemstones on Sunday that I never showed on video. So if you like Amazonite or rose quartz, or I'm just looking, I have it right here, amethyst, iolite, onyx, sardonyx, sodalite, green quartz. If you like any of those, moonstone, you might want to check out our gemstone collection if you haven't on our online store. And then these, look at these, all different shades of green. I think this is one of my very favorite lots because I love green and I love all the shades of green. All the shades of green. Andrew said, plus, sometimes if you're not into a color with a mix and match strand, you end up with a bunch you don't gravitate towards, right? So these, you can pick your colors. We tried to do it by color, so you can pick your colors. Oh, Andrew said he's going to have a special announcement tonight. It'll hit the Design Challenge group. So if you are not in our Design Challenge group, here's the URL. I know you can't really actually click on it, but you can follow it. You can type it in. Or if you just search Facebook for Allegory Gallery Design Challenges, you will see it. Or should see it. Should see it. Next up, yellow. How about some yellow? How about that? You got 2 kind of stripies there and 2 kind of semi-stripies here, right? You got the bumblebees and you just got the, I don't know what you call those ones. But so a group of 4 of these is $18. If you're looking for those, 4 of those, $18. And as I said earlier, if you're just tuning in, some of these beads have character, right? Some of these beads are hundreds of years old. So when they're of that age and when they have little imperfections in the glass, like some of these, right? We do not consider them defects. We consider them character, right? And as I said, I myself consider myself to have character as I get older. So I can only do the same for the beads, right? more of that tangerine, that beautiful orange, and a few different shades here. 4 of those, $18. Whoops. Love those. Let me put some down. I've not been putting them down. They're all approximately around 15 millimeters by 24 millimeters. They may vary slightly, but generally 15 millimeters by 24 millimeters. And as Andrew said, yes, as I said before too, if they're too full of character, if they're over characterized, we cut them out. We wouldn't sell those to you if they're broken or in bad shape. And then next up, and I think these are the last ones I'm going to show you of this type. I almost showed them all to you. Why don't we just show them all to you? These little pink, kind of magenta pink. I love these two. And we only have, I think, 2 of those in that kind of pinky tone. $9 for the lot of 2 of those. $9 for the lot of 2 of those. Oh, beautiful. Love that color. All right, let's see. I did say I was going to show you. Let's just show you the rest of these, I think. What I do with them. There they are. Only 2 more lots, I think, to show you of that kind anyway. Now remember, everyone, if you make multiple purchases in the online store, within a day or so, we will combine shipping on all of them and then refund any shipping overages. We actually charge shipping by exact weight and whatever the post office charges us. So if you make multiple orders and we have not shipped out any of your orders yet, we will combine them for you and we will make sure you get your shipping money back if there's an overage. Now, sometimes because of weight, there's not much of an overage or any at all. So sometimes that's not possible, but we do our best to combine orders for you. Our shipping helper was out today. So if you placed any orders over the weekend and you place an order tonight for any of these, they will be combined when they're shipped out because she wasn't in to do any processing today. Beautiful, as Susan said, lovely holiday colors here. That kind of berry red color. And 5 of these, $22.50. $22.50. Marianne said the burgundy ones are gorgeous. I think so too. As Andrew said, you don't see a ton of pink like the ones I just showed you before. Apparently pink is really expensive to make and includes gold. It often includes gold. Sometimes pink is a reactive glass color, and if it gets too hot, it'll turn a baby poop brown. So pink is not an easy color, or definitely wasn't an easy color to make years and years ago. We've probably gotten a little better at it lately, but these old beads, pink is not a color you see very often. And then here we have a beautiful kind of cobalt blue set of 4, $18 for the set of 4. And again, these are available in the online store at allegorygallery.com. All right. So I believe that is the last, I think that's the last of that type. So I'm going to move my screen here a little bit, and we're going to start looking at some of these tomato glass beads. Okay. I'm going to try and do these. I hope I get these right. I should have really written down the size on the labels. Anyway. Look at those. Look at those. So these are Ethiopian tomato glass trade beads. These ones are approximately 13 millimeters by 15 millimeters. I hope I'm doing this right. I think I got them right. So these come in general. We have a lot of them. Well, not a lot. We have a limited amount. We have a good number of these smaller ones because, of course, the strand has more beads on them. As Susan said, cherry tomatoes, right? They look like little cherry tomatoes. Some are a little riper than others, right? So we have these. And like I said, these vary a little bit, but they're generally, I have the listing at 13 millimeters by 15 millimeters. And these are gorgeous. Now, these are sold per bead. They're $2.50 only per bead, which is really a great deal because if you bought a whole strand of these, they can get expensive. And not everyone needs a whole strand of these, right? So $2.50 a bead, available in the online store. And I think I have a total of 40 of these available. If you want to buy a larger quantity, there's up to 40 of them, I think, available, unless somebody already grabbed some. All right. Put these back in their bag. Now, the next ones are the biggest ones of the evening. The biggest ones of the evening. These are approximately 23 millimeters by 28 millimeters. And they are big. Look at these. These are big ones. Beautiful tomato glass, Ethiopian tomato glass. There are a few that are a little bit lighter, right? A few that are lighter, a few that are darker. Beautiful. Andrew says he needs full strands. He had full strands. He finally let them go. That's why I get to show you these. How heavy are they, Susan? I don't know. Hold on. I don't have a gram scale. I can give you ounces. This one weighed in at about 0.7 ounces. 0.7 ounces. All right. So there you go. 0.7 ounces, which would be what? 1/32 of a pound. 16 ounces in a pound. That's almost half an ounce, a little over half an ounce. So divide that by 2 again. A little over 1/32 of a pound. So probably too heavy for most people with earrings, for these big ones, but not some of the small ones. Some of the small ones would work great. Just string one on a cord or silk, an instant posh necklace, right? Beautiful. Easy way to do it. So there you have it. Now these are $6 a bead. They are big and they are old. So they're $6 a bead. But again, you don't have to buy a whole strand of them to get any. You can buy one. Just buy one. You've always wanted one? There you go. You can buy one now. So there you have it. Those are the largest beads of the evening. Next up, we have 16 by 19 millimeters. These are kind of in the middle size. These are just a little bit bigger than the first ones I showed you. And I love like these ones where they're like, wow, as I drop it. These ones where they are kind of split and they have multicolors in them. I love that. I love that a lot. So again, you can see whenever you purchase these, we're going to grab these at random for you. So you might get a lighter one, you might get a darker one. If you buy multiples, whenever somebody buys multiples, we always try to, if we can, pick similar ones. Just thinking you might be, if you buy them in even numbers, thinking you might be using them for earrings or something, if it's able to be used, if we think it's if it's light enough. Now these are $2.75 each. And I think that's a great deal for these. $2.75 per bead for these very old Ethiopian tomato glass trade beads. And then we kind of have kind of a middle but bigger a middle bigger. That was the middle smaller, and there's the middle bigger size. This is like the third largest. We have these. And I love when they have this kind of old, almost sandblasted effect too. I really like that a lot in these. So these are 19 by 23 millimeters approximately, $4.50 a bead. $4.50 a bead only. I noticed I'm not setting these down so you can actually see them by the ruler. That might help too. I just like to see things in the hand, so I always do that. But I have to remember, some people want to actually see them by the penny or by the ruler, right? That's what it's there for. Andrew said, I love old beads. I have a dream of buying out one of my friend's collections. She's been collecting for over 30 years, and it's like the granddaddy of African trade beads. Yes, old beads. And as these get older, remember, they're going to get more expensive, right? Prices are not going down, as we've noticed with just about everything. So we bought these months ago, and the prices we're putting on these are prices that deal with the cost of months ago instead of recently. So definitely grab these now if you like them. All right. Next up, we have some blue melon African trade beads. They're kind of a fluted rondelle or a blue melon. And look at these. Look at these. Gorgeous. These are only $1.75 each. They're approximately 8 millimeters by 11 millimeters. We price these per bead so that you could buy as many or as few as you want. And there are the little melon beads. All right, so we have a number of those available. I think one strand's worth we cut down. Andrew parted with one strand for those. And then next up, now these are more rare. These are considered a tomato rondelle glass trade bead. They're approximately 15 millimeters by 15 by 20 millimeters. And these are $3 a bead only, which actually probably is too inexpensive. I started looking at some of these, but again, we're pricing using prices that we got a long time ago, a number of months ago, and these are only $3 a bead. I love these. Whoop. Some of my favorite beads. I just love this color. I was never a yellow person. Thank you, Pantone. You changed my mind on yellow. After a year of seeing gray and yellow, I now love yellow. Still doesn't look great on me, but I do love the color. So we have a number of these available at only $3 a bead. That's crazy. $3 a bead. You start looking up prices of full strands of these. It can get pricey. It can get very pricey. And then the last thing to show you today, we have skunk eye Venetian trade beads. Now, a lot of African beads, when you get old enough, a lot of African beads are actually Venetian. And not everyone knows that. But kings and, princes of Africa would trade Venetian beads for things. So, and they traded a lot. So, some of the African beads that you get actually weren't made in Africa. They were traded to Africa and then used as kind of like a currency there. So these are very rare, antique, white skunk eye, African/Venetian trade beads. They are approximately 9 millimeter to 10 millimeter. And these are only $5 a bead. They date to about the 1800s. They date to about the 1800s. And if you start looking up skunk eye beads, and just I Googled it really quickly today. I'm going to Google it right now, as a matter of fact. And when you start looking at how much a strand of these costs, it's insane. Right now I'm seeing prices anywhere from $425 a strand up to $600, $700, $800 a strand. These are not in the range of affordable for a lot of people when you have to buy them by the strand. So we went ahead and bought a strand and we cut them up for you. And so we're able to sell these at $5 a bead. These are beads from the 1800s. These are ancient, old African/Venetian trade beads. They're called skunk eye. And we have a number of them. We have a strand's worth of these available at $5 a bead. As Andrew said, these are particularly rare. Normally, a lot of these skunk eye beads are black. All right. Brooke says those are fantastic. Thank you. If you know what you're looking at, you know this is a good deal. Because usually you buy these by the strand. And if you don't have enough money for a strand, you don't get them a lot of times. Oh, Suzanne said Pantone changed my mind on yellow too. Nice. Nice. So there you are. We have the white skunk eye. But wait, if you've not been to the online store yet to see these, there's more. There's more. We have red skunk eye as well. Look at those. Look at those. Aren't those gorgeous? I just punched in red skunk eye, and you're looking at $400 to $600 a strand again. So we have these also. The reds are the same price. We're doing them at the same price. $5 a bead for the red skunk eye. Sorry, I keep hitting this. Gorgeous, gorgeous little beads. Andrew says in New York, there's a lovely store called Beads of Paradise. And these there are $15 to $25 per bead. We're doing them at $5 for you. $5 per bead, everyone. So if you love this kind of stuff, I do hope you'll get in on this. We have sourced these from genuine African vendors. These are vendors that we have known, Andrew's family has known for many, many years, 10, 20 years. We've been working with the same vendors. We know the people. We know they go to Africa. We know these are legitimate, genuine goods. These are people we trust to deal with. These are not, things that are made today and made to look old and they sell them for $600 a strand. These are real. These are old. All right. And that, my friends, is what I've got for you today. All right. So let me flip this camera back around. I'm going to show you the ceiling real quick again, and then we'll get this. Hopefully, the stand is a little bit crazy. It likes to, you have to overbend it one way to get it to bend the other way. I don't know. So, and I think I dropped a skunk eye bead here somewhere. I have to find it. But I hope you are all doing well out there. I hope you love these beads. We are going to have more of these African beads coming up for you. I showed you, if you missed it, let me show you again. A quick little preview. We have minis. We have the mini Molly wedding beads. losing my mind. So we have the mini ones. Those are going to be coming up. I have the pictures taken. I just have to edit those yet and get the listings done. So we'll see if I get those up tonight or if I'm going to have those tomorrow night. We'll see after I get home from my other job. We also have a few other kinds. I'm not going to show you them yet, though. We have a few other kinds that we'll be doing priced by the bead as well. So if you enjoy African trade beads, I hope you'll stay tuned to the website and stay tuned to these videos. Probably by Wednesday, I'll have more of these to show you, and who knows what else we'll be getting into. Andrew, again, if you missed it, please join us in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenge group. All right, Allegory Gallery Design Challenges. Search for that on Facebook or right there. I put the link. Where am I? Put the link right there. You can't touch the link or type the link or tap the link, but you can follow the link by typing it in, the URL. Andrew is going to have a special announcement tonight. Special announcement tonight in that group. All right. So do be sure to tune in there and keep your eyes and ears peeled for the special announcement tonight. And if you have any questions, again, you can always send us a message here on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, or if you just prefer email, you can send us an email at, where am I? I got to go this way. I'm backwards on the camera. info@allegorygallery.com. You can send us an email there. We try to answer our emails within about 48 hours. I try to answer them as quickly as I can. The same with messages, but those are business hours. So weekends and Tuesdays, since I'm not around, are not included in those. So just know if you send us an email, we try to get back to you as quickly as we can. And Andrew said, I got him a strand of Russian blue beads for his birthday. It's amazing. I'm not sharing that one. See, sometimes we don't share. And it's okay, right? It's okay not to share when you love something so much. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. That's all I have to say today. I didn't even make it an hour. That's unusual. That's unusual. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this video. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. We're trying to get those numbers up, so we can monetize our YouTube channel. They're already showing ads in our videos. We just like to make the money that they're making off of those ads instead of them. So if you are on YouTube, even if you don't watch that often, I hope you'll go over and subscribe. And if you're watching here on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And please, wherever you are, hit that share button. Share this with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with people you don't even know. Let them know that we exist out there. You never know who might grab onto it. The bigger support base we have, the more unusual and extraordinary things we can bring to you. So thank you all so much. And we'll see you here. Andrew should be here tomorrow with a tutorial for you or a demo of something, unless he's out planting outside, which may happen. And I will be back. I should be back on Wednesday. So thank you all so very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, everyone. And we'll see you back here later this week. Bye, everybody.